Hello. I want to talk about I want to talk about hyper-individualization today. So something I was exploring a few weeks ago, and I kind of wanted to come back to it, having not necessarily give it more active thought, but allowed it perhaps settle in my system a little bit more deeply. I would say it strikes me, I don't even say that, what I am learning from a variety of different sources is that modern capitalist cultures have a really strong value for individualism. And one of the ways that manifests is in the narrative that being independent, doing things on your own, is the right way to get things done. You should be able to navigate things on your own. That's what it means to be a good human being. And I think, so yeah, and I don't think that's true. Which is slightly radical as a recovering perfectionist and a long-standing lone wolf. So I think the first thing I want to say is that if you are a perfectionist, this is not a personal character flaw. We, you live in systems and cultures in very many parts of the world, not exclusively, but very many parts of the world that promote these ideas. Yeah, that you should be able to do things by yourself, that receiving help means you're freeloading or you're lazy, or there's something inherently wrong with you. And so I want to offer that perfectionism is not a personal character flaw. It's a symptom of a wider systemic problem. You are not alone in having these beliefs. And therefore, I also want to entertain the possibility that the path to growth, healing, my favorite word, development, mastery, learning, might also have at least an element of connection. So I think a lot of the personal development industry, the self-help industry, wellness, is focused on individual healing, both in terms of its promises and in terms of the modalities. Yeah, we're encouraged to meditate on our own, encouraged to journal on our own, to go to yoga classes where you don't talk to anybody. And all in pursuit of you needing to be better. Because that's how you get work in the world, right? You get better at stuff. And I think one of the things I've experienced in my own journey in the last couple of years, and something that I really see powerfully when I facilitate authentic relating, is what happens when we learn in connection. And I allow myself the possibility that I don't have all the answers. I can't even see all of the problems. I don't even have a full picture of what it is like to be me. I can't see many of my own patterns. And so my development and my growth might actually depend on other people. Like so many other aspects of my life, I've always styled myself as being hyper independent. When I actually pause and think about it, I notice all of the places that I am deeply dependent on other people. Whether it's just getting drinking water delivered to my house, the fact that there's electricity and internet and all of these things that I have no idea how to make that happen. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do very well in the zombie apocalypse. I don't grow my own food. You know, my day-to-day survival is dependent on other people, and that's true for all of us on a really basic level. And I think in order to have like a fulfilled existence, we are dependent on other people. We're inherently social creatures. I'm not sure we evolved to live these isolated, compartmentalized lives, divorced from each other. We're all having our attention focused inwards, and like, how do I make myself better? And I think there's a personal cost to that. I think, again, we spend an inordinate amount of time, money, and energy on trying to fix ourselves. So it has our own personal cost, but I think it comes at the cost of something bigger. And I'm in danger of, well, at least I judge myself to be in danger of being hypocritical here, because I'm not an activist. I don't do a lot for the environment. I don't do a lot for diversity or for trans rights or for all of the things I'm interested in. And I kind of want to name that up front. But I'm not quite uncomfortable enough with that to really do anything about it yet. But it's getting that way because I think this continuous focus on our own healing and development distracts us from the very necessary collective healing that our world requires. And without that collective healing, I think our individual healing is limited. I was talking to my husband and my in-laws last week about, did we think that poor mental health was on the rise? And my husband paraphrased this idea that maybe feeling unwell, maybe feeling abnormal in a world this messed up is actually an incredibly healthy response. And I think part of me agrees with that. And so the only way for us all really to be healthy and fulfilled is for the communities that we're a part of to be healthy and fulfilled, and for the environment that we're part of to be healthy. And I notice there's a sense of like, I feel a lot overwhelming. My system gets big really quickly. So if I just bring it back down, I think the thing that I want to say is that there is this very pernicious story that we have to do things on our own. And I don't think it's true. So I'd love to encourage you to find ways that you might be in connection more. Other group activities that you can do, communities that you can be part of. Maybe it's as simple as going to some authentic relating events and being able to reveal a little more of yourself to receive somebody else in their authenticity a little bit more. You're not broken. And you definitely don't need to do this on your own. I think there's immense power in connecting with others as we are trying to seek answers to impossibly large questions. And that said, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. It feels weird to be having this as a one-way conversation. Yeah. Yeah, please tell me what you think. Be in dialogue. I'd love to be in connection. I think that's enough for me today. I'll see you next one. All right. Bye.